Go.
Hello, my name is Eddie Zidell, and today I'm going to be showing you how to repair a pitcher's mound just like the majors. Here are the materials that we will need. We will need a broom, diamond pearl mound clay, or any mound clay from anywhere, board optional, hammer optional, two screwdrivers or any sharp object, tamper, and a bag when using a tamper, and you would obviously need a shovel and a hose to get the mound. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these alongside the mound because you got to get all this top dressing off or the material will not stick. As you can see, we had somewhat traffic today. You can walk over here to zoom this right here. We had some kind of traffic today, but not a lot of traffic, so it's not in too bad a condition. But as you can see, the mound is, and I'm going to sweep by where the foot gets planted, right here. And if you're playing competitively, you want to get this area where the other foot gets planted. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the other material and these two screwdrivers and this shovel, and we're going to gently rake along this side of the area. Ensure that a lot of top dressing is off. As you can see, there's a lot of top dressing on this clay area because it gets stamped in during the game. So what you want to do is you just want to get into the material. It seems like it's at the perfect moisture now. And if you zoom out, you can see exactly what I'm doing. You just want to make sure that the clay actually has a good surface to be stamped on too. So you just want to keep doing this until you get all the top dressing material off of the pitcher's mound. So you can use another thing if that goes by faster, because I'm just using a tip of a screwdriver right now. And you just want to go along, this is probably one of the hardest things to do, is to make sure that it's rough surface, and it takes a lot of time and effort. You gotta want to know, and you gotta want to do this to be able to do it really well. And after you get the top dressing layer off, what you'd want to do is you'd want to obviously brush away all the old material with the top dressing on, so that's with the clay surface. It's optional if you want it to look absolutely professional. You might want to even go over it again and make sure that every single part of the top dressing is off this mound right now. So as you can see, my mound's not really in too bad a condition. So right now I'm just brushing off the first top layer of top dressing to ensure that a lot of top dressing is off, because as I said, the mound clay will not stick if there's any top dressing on, as if the top dressing will not stick to the mound clay if you put the mound clay over it like in large amounts. So they will stick if they're compacted together if the mound clay is moisture, but it should redeem and it should not stick to the players. As you can see, the top dressing I'm using now, my feel is Diamond Pro Calcine Clay Professional. Now I would just usually toss this stuff aside, which I'm gonna just kind of put it somewhere for now in my junk scratch area, because it's the only place I can put it right now. And what I'm going to do next is I'm gonna make sure all this is down. I'm gonna scratch up this area a little bit so I can repair that. It's quite simple as long as you know what you're doing. So make sure it's a little scratch so stuff is away. Get that up a little bit. I'm going to put this near scratch pile too. And you want to get the last area right here swept up of the calcine clay conditioner first. Up. Swept up. Throw in a scrap pile. Now we're going to start to use our Diamond Pro Mound Clay, which is what I use for parts of the area. You're going to take the Diamond Pro Mound Clay. And you're going to try to get, because sometimes the top is a little less moist than the bottom. And what you want to do, make sure it stays up straight, is you want to just make sure it's loose, but gently sprinkle the mound clay over the pitcher's mound. The whole reason why you want to do it gently is you want to make sure that there's no big rocks as you're spreading it. As you keep spreading it, the mound will stay at an even level and there will not be too many big bumps in it, which the pitcher doesn't like. And you know, we're not playing professional league. Actually, this is just a wiffle ball stadium, but I still like to make it look like it. So you want to just gently sprinkle light layer of mound clay. Make sure there's no very, very big chunks like that in there, because those are hard. So gently sprinkle it. Here, I'll let you look in there real quick. You can see how I tried to get most of the stuff. A lot of stuff with the big chunks I will go put in our scrap pile for now. And now what I will begin to do is I will show you a few methods of tamping. There is one with the board and a hammer. You always want to put the bag over it to make sure that it doesn't stick to the thing that you're putting it on. And what you want to do is you want to just place the board on top of it. You just want to take the hammer and hammer it down. There's also a few more methods of just hand tamping it. Anyway, if the clay gets compacted. Next, we want to take this up. Now, see, that is in decently stamped area. It's not the best, which I'm going to show you how to get it to the best, because the players prefer it being the best. But you also want to make sure that the mound is scraped off of any excess material, because sometimes when it comes to games and spray painting it, you really want to make sure that it's not a lot of buildup of clay on it, because it's hard to spray paint and get off. It's also really bad when it comes to getting it wet, because it'll drain. Anyway, so now since you got the first layer, you might want to keep adding layers of it until you get a nice, dense, flat surface, which I'm only going to show you it up to a certain point, because if you're trying to get it just like the majors, it will take some time. As I assure you, it is pretty hard to try to get it feel as nice as the majors, as I've tried, and I've tried to succeed, and I'm still trying. And you just want to keep applying this up to as much as you want to apply it to make sure that the area stays nice. Make sure that, once again, there's no big balls in it, just nice clay. Now, I'm getting this material from a really good company called Diamond Pro. They donated all this to me, and even though I'm 14, I still enjoy doing groundskeeping. And so, once I get this over, I'm going to make sure that there's only the selected amount that you want on top of this. You want to collect all the rest over here. Now, this stuff is still good. Now, it's just they're kind of balls, so I'm going to put this back in the bag for now because I don't need that. Now I'm going to show you how to tamp using the tamper, which is this. And you always want to make sure that the bottom is semi-clean, or else you'll see holes in the clay, which is not good at all. So what you want to do is you just want to stir really gently, going along here. Repeat very gently, because that helps with the clay sticking to each other. Then you just go hard. And then you'd feel that. Now this is a pretty dense and perfect appearance of the mound. You want to go over this again. Sure, this is all ready. Sure, it's leveled too. That is a perfect leveled out clay-based mixture for the mound. Now you just want to gently clean off the area, because you don't want any clay on your mound. That will completely disintegrate the way your mound looks when it comes to games. So you want to make sure that semi-decently clay around it is off. Next, you want to just make sure that the clay. Now see, this clay is mixed in with the top dressing, which is not good anymore because once again it will struggle to stick to the material. So then I just put this, and I try to collect as much as I can, and I will just put this inside our bag in the scrap pile if it's ready to open. So there is our first video on how to repair Mound. Just click on the next video. I will try to have a link and show you how to get the Mound graded and ready for the game, just like the majors. Thank you. My name is Eddie Zidell, head groundskeeper of the Plymouth Brewers, and see you next video.